avocados and shit. Maybe some mangoes if they have them. Who knows?
Yeah, it's like let's see here. It's like okay, Kevin's gonna know this one. The character and the actor that's appeared in the most Star Wars movies.
Character and the actor.
The character and the actor that plays them.
Oh, I would guess Harrison Ford.
Actually, no, not Harrison Ford.
No, the guy that played oh God, let me think here. Lando? No,
not Billy D. Williams. No. I'll give you a hint though.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint.
There's not a hint. That's the answer. You.
I'll give you a hint.
C-3PO?
Who's the actor that plays him though?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name. Anthony something.
Daniels. He just released a book about.
Yeah, it's a good book.
He just released a book. What, 2 months ago?
2 months. It's really good.
Yeah, he just.
Is it about acting or is it about
being in the Star Wars?
About when he did Star Wars, because he was actually in every single Star Wars movie. He was in all of them.
Yep.
He was in the 9 episodes, plus he was in Rogue One.
God, he's got to be.
I gotta get one of my Facebook buddies on here, Kenny Mubinefo. He actually was a stormtrooper in a couple movies for Star Wars.
No way.
Yeah. I'm gonna text him and I'll see if he has some time to do a video chat, and I'll get him on the show one time.
Did he go pew 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 pew
pew pew? Hey, speaking of pew pew, right? Speaking of pew pew.
That's annoying to me. Pew pew
pew pew. Every single time. It's
funny fact, right? Did you know that most of the actors, including Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, and Laurie, what's her name? Lauren Dern, right? Lauren Dern. They inserted their own sound effects. For most of their scenes.
Yeah.
And George Lucas had to yell at them because it would be added later in post-production. And you could actually see them in their scenes going like this when they were actually hitting the lightsabers or shooting guns.
If the Graham Norton show last season of Graham Norton, Ewan McGregor was on, and Graham Norton asked him, how do you do a lightsaber? And well, he pulled out the toy lightsaber, and Ewan McGregor started making the noises with it.
It's great.
That's some great quality acting right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
But hopefully, but the thing about it is, though, when Ewan McGregor comes back and does the Kenobi series, I don't know how much lightsaber action he's going to see, though. That's the only problem.
I don't know either, man. You know what? If they happen to do that on Disney Plus, bless their hearts, man. I know it's coming out eventually. I don't know when it's coming out. Maybe that might be the Taika Waititi movie. Maybe they might do the.
They should try to make it like. Remember the old TV series Kung Fu with Daniel Carrington?
Oh yeah, the guy that jerked off in Star.
Carrington. Yeah. They should try to base it off of. Yeah, he was known for that too. They should try to have
jerking off and strangling himself out. Yeah.
Where he goes planet to planet and tries to help out certain little situations. Give it that kind of corny theme to it if you'd like. And eventually, we all know eventually what happens to Obi-Wan Kenobi. He hangs out in the desert for a little while.
Yeah, we all know what would happen with David Carradine, too.
Yes, we do. Meditated just a little bit too long. But it's called meditated. God bless the maid that found him. Oh,
yeah, right?
Yeah, they probably shut the door and said that he didn't finish yet,
Yeah, we'll be back in an hour. No touchy.
Yeah, they finally called the police. After 30 hours, we realized something was wrong with these people.
I'm going to go into my final couple things here about Star Wars. I found it really funny that when they did these original 3 movies, the amount of superstars that actually tried out for the roles and read for each of the individual main parts in the role. Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, and Princess Leia. I thought it was an amazing lineup of people. Like, they really could have mopped up as far as A-list talent. And
they would have been broke.
Oh, yeah. And officially, for Han Solo, there were 6 individual male parts that were interesting to me for Han Solo that would change that whole outlook on the film. Number 1 was Jack Nicholson.
No.
Could you imagine him back in the day reading for Han Solo?
No.
Me
He would
neither.
have made it psychopathic.
Yeah.
Just wait, it gets better.
Nick Nolte, number 2.
That could have kind of been doable.
I don't know if
That-
the penalty is.
48 hours?
No.
I'll give it doable.
Doable.
Doable. Yeah, doable, Nick Nolte.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell has a lot of range.
He has some range. He did some big acting chops back in that time, too.
Yeah,
And,
I think he would totally be able to nail that part, to be honest with you.
Big Trouble in Little China was huge for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you can't take it away from Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Speaking of Sly Stallone, good old Sylvester Stallone, read for one of the parts for Han Solo.
Not a chance. His range is Rambo.
Hey, did you remember?
Ranges, I can't understand.
I'd be able to understand Chewie more than I'd be able to understand.
He should have read for the Chewie part. The next one was Al Pacino.
Isn't he older than Dust?
Yes, he was the Godfather.
76
He
now.
was so old then.
That was huge for the Godfather.
You know what?
Godfather.
No.
You could leave it up to Pacino to do a role like that and give it some kind of justice. The only thing is that he's such an amazing actor to the point where he would steal the whole show. No one would care about Luke Skywalker's role. They would just say, hold on, put the camera back on this guy. Maybe this is called the Han Solo movie. You know, it wouldn't particularly work out, you know? Maybe he's a Jedi now. Who knows? Maybe he's a Jedi and he does other stuff.
The number 2 pick was actually Christopher Walken.
Didn't he kill someone?
You don't even know who Christopher Walken
Well,
is, do you?
I don't understand.
He killed somebody. He killed a lot of people in a lot of movies.
Chewie, I think you would better hit the hyperdrive.
I know how to fix the hyperdrive. More cowbell.
This is my Wookiee. My Wookiee here. He talks. His name is Chewbacca. He's my co-pilot. Why did you? I need some money. You need some transport. We can make this work. Luke.
Let's do this. But of course, with Harrison Ford, he looked the part, felt the part.
First. I don't know who shot first. He shot me. I shot him. There's a lot of noise.
The only reason.
It's my best Walken. I'm sorry.
That was horrible.
That's terrible.
The other main reason why George Lucas stuck with Harrison Ford is because he directed Harrison Ford in a movie called American Graffiti, and he liked the way he acted in that movie. So when he saw and Harrison tried out for it, he kept Harrison Ford on.
Well, Steven, there is a story behind it. No, there's a story behind it because Steven Spielberg co-directed with George Lucas. And of course, he did the directing of Indiana Jones, and said that Harrison Ford was a great actor as far as getting all the stuff together. And I think that's what really pushed them into the number 1 role for Star Wars. was
it was
Steven
the other
Spielberg.
way around. Indiana Jones came out 5 years after Star Wars. It was American Graffiti that helped him get the role because George Lucas directed American Graffiti and he worked with Harrison Ford before, so he knew what kind of actor he was getting. So that's the reason why he brought Harrison Ford in.
All right, that's fair.
He nailed the part though. Look at that. His name sounds fake as all hell.
Yeah,
Harrison Ford.
Yeah. I know that when they originally talked to Steven Spielberg for co-directing, they liked his take on CGI use, and they really wanted to use a lot of CGI, but bring puppetry into the movies as well. And they weren't, and George Lucas wasn't sure on how to film it as good as Steven Spielberg did.
That makes some sense. It was new technology at the time.
Yeah.
Only got one thing to say about Harrison Ford. He knew how to fly the Millennium Falcon at light speed, but he doesn't know how to taxi an airplane into the runway.
Oh,
that's great. I was waiting for it all.
Whoa.
I was thinking about that with the whole breaking ankles thing. Like, well, a guy can survive a plane crash better than that.
That's true.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Han Solo, this isn't the Kessel Run. Don't put the plane on the on the landing strip.
There were 3 big names as far as Anakin Skywalker is concerned. As far as going into the number 1, 2, and 3 movie for the Star Wars series, I should say. And the 3 names that were brought up were Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I don't think he was there yet. He wasn't fully formed.
He wasn't quite there yet, but he was making Titanic at the time, and he didn't have the time to go in between.
We'll get to that in a minute. Mention the other 2 actors. We'll get to Leonardo in a minute.
The second one was Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
God rest his soul.
And I think that was his Fast and Furious days, right?
Yes, it was pre-Fast and Furious.
Pre-Fast and Furious.
But he was in She's All That.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. She's All That. And then the third one was Ryan Felipe.
Oh, Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions.
Oh, right, yeah.
With Sarah Michelle Gellar. And that was I liked that movie. I actually enjoyed that movie.
It's a good movie,
yeah.
Him and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Basically, yeah. He gets hit by a car.
Yeah. Brother and sister. Weird brother and sister scissoring. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect for Star Wars.
So, Sparky, you wanted to say something about Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes. If you look at comparison and way the actors went, the reason why Leonardo DiCaprio turned down Star Wars is because he was doing Titanic, and they figured, well, this movie's going to make Hayden Christensen a big star, and needless to say, you turn around, you see Leonardo DiCaprio. Look what happened to his career compared to Hayden Christensen's career.
Yeah, well, I mean, DiCaprio took on more complicated roles towards as his career started to grow.
Hey, Sparky, who won an Oscar?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He got raped by
just
a bear
recently.
for the Oscar.
I said just recently.
He got raped by a bear for it.
How many times was he nominated?
How many movies has he made in between?
How many movies has Hayden Christensen made?
Exactly.
Good point.
Touche.
Look, you're talking about one type of flavored poo-poo, while I'm talking about another flavored poo-poo.
Hayden Christensen had the look on his character as if he just got done smoking spice, and then they're like, okay, now act like a soulless drone, and he's like, they're like, perfect, he is pulling that character off great.
Oh, yeah.
Get him some more spice to smoke, and we will do this scene again, and again, and again, and again, of just him staring, guys. This is important.
Drinking prison hooch out of one hand, and smoking spice out of the other.
Hopefully he doesn't get addicted.
Hopefully. Now the list, as far as Princess Leia is concerned, is
the who's who of Hollywood.
This is the who's who of Hollywood.